Hello, I am Ashley Summerall Ferguson, and I will be your English Composition 2 teacher. This is just a quick video welcome to overview our course to ensure you know how to access our class on our college website, and also that you know some basic information that will help you be better prepared for class. And just a quick reminder, our class is beginning on Thursday of this week. Okay, so first off, I want to show you how to access our class on Canvas. So you're going to first go to our college website, which is mgcc.edu. Okay, once you're there, click on My Gulf Coast. Give it just a moment. Then you're going to scroll down and look underneath online classes, and you're going to click Canvas. Now, I don't want you to be confused. I know it may be confusing for some students. It has online classes there. This semester, we are doing a high flex schedule, which high flex stands for hybrid flexible. So many of your, teachers are going to be giving you the option to attend classes on campus or online, or possibly even hybrid, meaning you attend some course information in class, but then you attend other course information online via Canvas. So I just don't want you to be kind of in confusion because this is underneath online classes. This is just where you always have to access Canvas. So you'll click on Canvas. Now you're going to sign in with your student identification number, which is your M number. Notice I've put mine in enough, it's automatically coming up. Now your password, when you first were registered into classes at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, you likely were in web services. This is the same password that you use to enter web services. So if you still have that password that you were given, you can use that password. However, I would highly encourage you to change your password to something that you would easily remember. Write it down somewhere so you won't forget it, because you're going to need to access Canvas and web services throughout the semester or throughout your whole stay at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. So I'm going to put my password in. Now, it sometimes does this. If it doesn't, just go back and give it just a moment. Now, once it enters you into Canvas, this is our dashboard page right here. And you'll notice right here it has dashboard. This is just going to have a listing of all the courses that you have this semester. Notice all of mine are E&G courses, since obviously I'm an English instructor. Now, I didn't know if you understood that you can actually change things. Now, you're going to have other classes on there like MAT, maybe a math class, or PSY might be a psychology class. If you want to rename these into something that's more clear to you, you can do so. Notice, like, I renamed our class E&G 11123 Tuesday, Thursday, 11 o'clock. So that way I would remember that this is that particular class, because sometimes it's kind of confusing when it's called E&G 1123 400. Okay, that's just a lot of numbers. So I put the actual schedule. If you want to change the name of your class, just go up here to the three little bullets, click it, and it will give you an option. You can change the name of the class, and also you can change the color if there's colors that you don't like. I know we each have our preferences. Okay, now I did want to mention, if you have not really used Canvas that much, you have a student resources course here that you can go into, and it does give you information. Okay, also to access more information, you can go into our actual class, and you're going to click on it here. Just a moment. And when you click on our course, you're going to be basically taken to our course Canvas page. These are our modules. These are the announcements at the top. Always check those. Notice I have week 1. Okay, and we're going to go week by week, all the way from week 1 to week 18. And you're going to notice that the first thing that I have is a checklist. Now, I would highly encourage you to either save these checklists or print them out so they're easily accessible. And I'm going to show you when you click on this, which I already have this open for you, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, you're going to get a weekly checklist every single week. Some of those will have must-do assignments. Some of them will have optional assignments. Obviously, the must-do are mandatory. The optionals, or it's your preference if you want to do them. We encourage them, but it's not mandatory. So several things. Mainly, I want you to get to know the course, get to know Canvas. Also, you do have some information in relationship to the syllabus. I am going to have a video overview of our syllabus as a second video, which you'll see that later. Also have important dates from our Mississippi Virtual Community College in case you're taking online classes. But most importantly, you do have course-specific homework. You do need to rent your textbook, okay? Also, you need to read 2 short stories. You need to read The Yellow Wallpaper, and also you need to read A Rose for Emily. And there's some reading questions associated with those as well. There are some film versions of these 2 short stories. It's optional. If you're a visual learner, you may want to watch them. The Yellow Wallpaper version, and kind of fictionalizes a bit, and it is a bit longer. So I just want to kind of caution you, if you don't have much time, make sure you set some time aside if you want to watch these 2 films. You're going to notice that basically the checklist, these numbers right here, like 1, okay, if you go back to our Canvas modules page, those numbers on the checklist match up to the module numbers, because I want this to be easy for you. Now, I would encourage you, print out those checklists, especially since with HighFlex classes, this may be something new to you. You may want to print it out, and when you complete a task, put a check mark or put an X mark so you know you've completed it. Now, as I mentioned, some of you have not used Canvas before. You have the student resources page that was on the dashboard page, but you also have some other resources I provided for you. You don't necessarily have to look through all of these, but you'll notice there's just small tips on like how to post an online discussion, how to submit an assignment, okay? Just basic information of communication. You can click on these resources and they will help you navigate Canvas, not just in this class, but other courses as well, okay? I want to continue on. Okay, obviously I want you to know how to contact me. So if you click on this instructor contact information, you will find this contact sheet. Now, as far as the information, you're going to notice it does have my office hours listed here. One great thing about this semester is I have office hours all day on Friday. So if you physically want to visit me in my office, we can do that, but it will need to be socially distanced. We can meet in the hallway or outside if the weather's nice. Now, you're going to notice right now, because of COVID-19, my office has been temporarily relocated, but so I can be socially distanced from my coworkers. So right now, my office is located in the new STEM building, okay? And the new STEM building is essentially, here is the Learning Resources Center. This is the building where our classes meet. Now, this is 2 buildings over, that last building to the left, and in the STEM building, my office is room 123. Now, there will be some times before or after class that I may go back to my previous office, my permanent one, and that is also located in our Learning Resources building, the same building that my class is also located. That room is 132. So if for some reason, you want to meet me right after class or right before class, I may be in the LRC 132 office, but those other times I'm going to be in the STEM building, okay? And again, this is temporary. I don't know how long I'm going to be in that office, at least until COVID-19. Obviously, there's a little bit of a plateau of that. But again, you can meet with me during those office hours. Also, please call me if you have any questions about any assignments, or if you're attending HighFlex, where you're attending on campus and you're going to be absent and you just want to inform me. Call me, leave a message. Just if you do leave a message, please leave your first and last name, the class that you're in, callback number, and if you have a specific question, go ahead and ask it so I can have the answer prepared when I call you back. Also, email addresses. I do encourage you to message me through Canvas, but if for some reason Canvas is down, you have 3 addresses here that you can email me in regarding to assignments. If Canvas is down and you need to submit an assignment, worst case scenario, you can send that assignment to the email addresses, okay? And again, just make sure this is your lifeline to me. I know some of you are taking the course completely online this semester, which is fine. But just ensure, I don't want you to think of this black screen, this computer, as a wall between you and me. I want there to be a connection between us, a lifeline. And sometimes the, email addresses and phone number, that's the way you're going to communicate with me. Okay, let's go back to our Canvas page. Okay, other important information is, of course, our syllabus. Now, I'm going to have a video that's overviewing the PowerPoint. It's going to be our second video. You may want to check that out. But I do have more kind of print text versions of the syllabus, and we're going to look at those. First, we're going to look at the online weekly schedule. Now, you're going to notice I have a very detailed schedule for you. It goes from the very first week to the very last week of class. your checklist, your weekly checklists are going to follow really closely with this. Like just for example, I want you again to get to know Canvas. I want you to get to know our class page. I kind of highlight things that you need to know, the modules. You need to read those short stories, their reading questions. I did want to make sure that you understood where to find those reading questions, okay? Like you'll scroll down and notice we have the module 6, okay? I would encourage you to read the biographies on the authors. Charlotte Perkins Gilman is the author of The Yellow Wallpaper. William Faulkner is the author of A Rose for Emily. If you will click on these questions, okay, they have the questions, okay? I would encourage you to copy and paste those questions into the text box here. So just notice it's going to take just a moment. So when you pull up the questions, okay, they're right here. You may want to download it. You'll copy the questions and then come back here. Let me show you where we're going to go. Apologize, my Wi-Fi is being slow today. And you'll then go to the actual place where you're going to submit it, okay? And notice I tell you, you can copy and paste. Click Edit. And if you want, below this, just enter down, paste those questions here. You can answer them. If you don't want to paste the questions, you can just number the questions. After you finish answering those, just make sure you click Save. And you can go back and change these. That's fine with me. But overall, just ensure that you follow the weekly checklist and also look each week. You could even, again, print out each week of the syllabus weekly schedule to kind of keep up with that. But that will make your life much, much easier if you have that connection to the course. Okay, now we do have some other sections I want to mention really, really quickly. Now, methods of evaluation. This particular handout just overviews the actual assignments and also their mathematical value. And when you click on the methods of evaluations, this just shows you our assignments. Now, initially, we're going to be doing a lot of reading. So you're going to have reading questions. You have a total of 14 reading question sets that you're going to be doing this semester. They really do help you in your interpretation and understanding of the literary work. So please answer those. They are for a grade, but answer them for your own benefit. You are going to have some journals that are going to be relevant to the literary works as well. Some online discussions that relate to the literary works. Now, you also are going to complete an APA abstract. An APA abstract is essentially a summary. You're going to be assigned to find an article. You're going to read the article, and then you're going to summarize its content in what's called an abstract. And that includes a title page, an actual abstract page, which is just a paragraph summary of the article's content, and then a reference page, which is similar to a works cited page. Now, our big assignment of the semester is the Google Docs argumentative essay. You're first going to complete an annotated bibliography for that assignment, where you find 3 sources from our Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College databases from the library, and you're going to essentially make an alphabetical listing of those sources, their publication information, as well as a summary that overviews the content of those articles and how you're going to use them in your future argumentative essay. You'll have an actual essay version, okay? I think many of you will like the structure. It's kind of a very much so a glorified outline, and you're going to have 2 templates you're going to use. We're going to talk about that in much more detail, but it is technically your research paper for the assignment for the semester. And then also your final exam is not an exam. You're going to have a slideshow presentation version of your argumentative essay. So far, my students have really liked this type of final, and I think for those of you attending class in person, you will find this beneficial, especially those of you who have not taken speech or other classes with any type of oratory in them. And this is our grading skill here. Okay, now I also want to go back and show you our policies and procedures. This is probably the most important thing I'm going to end on today. Now, we're not going to go over all the policies and procedures just because of time constraints, but the major thing right now I know all of you want to know about is attendance. Okay, now let me just clarify, this semester all of Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College's courses are high flex, meaning hybrid flexible, okay? The first option is, now because we're a large class, we are likely going to split our class into 2 groups, okay? We're going to have Team Blue that meets Tuesdays, Team Gold that meets Thursdays, so you'll meet 1 day a week, but you'll be doing work outside of class online. Second option is going to be completely online, okay? And third option is you can be hybrid, where you attend class sometimes on your designated Tuesday or Thursday. And then if you happen to miss, that's fine. You can work outside of class through Canvas. Now, I'm going to talk about the other policies in the slideshow presentation of our syllabus, but you really need to think about what's going to be best for you as far as attendance. You can physically come to class on Thursday, but if you don't, that's fine. Just make sure if you come, you wear a mask. I will also be wearing a mask as well. Thank you. I look forward to meeting you.